In the case of measures of central tendency, we have already found that there are two particular things. First one is called the mean, the second one is median, and the third one is called the mode. Already whatever we have done now, based on mean, we have covered the portion that is called the arithmetic mean. Now there are different two types of means. Second one is called the geometric mean, and another one the harmonic mean. But we have already covered the arithmetic mean. Then we have covered the median. Now today the topics would be based on the mode, and if possible we should proceed with the geometric mean also. Now the first one, what is the meaning of mode? So if we say another measure of central tendency. Now it is the practically it is based on the frequency, how frequent an item or an our data is coming. It is the value at the point around which, practically that is we are writing as a definition, point around which the items are most heavily concentrated. Some of the cases are there where the mode is very important rather than the median and the mean. Suppose we have some data. The first one data has been given like the series that 8, 9, 11, 15, 16, 12, 15, 3, 7, 15. Suppose that may be the data collected from some property. Suppose there was an exam for yourself and the total exam marks was 20, and out of 20 you have got the, according to suppose roll number, 8, 9, 11, 15, 16, 12, 15, 3, 7, 15. Now the question may be three types. What is the average mark the students are got or students have bagged? Now we can use the mean, that is the central. That means whatever be the numbers you have found. Now suppose I am the teacher and you are the students. Now suppose the HOD or the principal is asking for the report. Please give me the report of average marks obtained by the student. Now that average marks means we are proceeding to the central tendency. We are proceeding to the central. That is the case of central. Now we can use the mean. Average means we can use the median. We can use the mode. That three ways we can find out the average. But in that case, we are using the mode. But if the question or the report is like that, we have to find out the average marks. The mean would be the best choice. But here we are choosing the mode. Now, what is mode? Here, 8, 9, 11, 15, 16, 12, 15, 3, 7, 15. So look at the number or the data which is coming most. Which is coming most. Here we can find 8 is appearing one time. That means its frequency. It is called already in statistics term frequency. 8's frequency is 1. 8 is appearing one time. 9 is appearing one time, 11 is appearing one time, 15, 1, 2, 3. So 15, its frequency is 3. Practically, that one is the maximum frequency. So out of the 10 observations, out of 10 observations, 15 has the most frequency. So 15 is called the or measured as the mode. Simply mode means which one data or item is appearing most. That means most heavily concentrated. That one is the case. Okay. So next we should proceed with the group data and also with the ungrouped data. So that is the case for the ungrouped, because already there is no type of range or something has been given. So when simply the ungrouped data has been given, find out which data or which item is appearing most of the time. So its frequency is the maximum, that one is the mode. Now look at the problem once again. Suppose the same problem, that is the numbers obtained by you, and the report would be the average marks. So if we give the 15, that would not be a better choice, because for the average, suppose once again I am giving some type of data, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 19, 19, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so there are 10 datas, completely 10 datas. Now, according to mode, what should be the result? That must be the 19, because 19 has the most frequency. So in that case, the mode of 19 is not a better choice for the type of average marks. So not always the mode is a better choice, but in the case of some problems, the mode would give you the better choice. So that is case for the ungrouped data. Now for the group data, let's check what is happening. In that case, we have to follow a formula. The first one is, we called it, suppose, mode. That one is equal to L1 plus F1 minus F0 upon F1 minus F0 plus F1 minus F2 into I. So which represent which one? L1 is called the lower value of the modal class. Modal class means the class or range where the mode lies. That is the first one. Then which one is called the F1? The frequency of the modal class. Then F2, that is the frequency of the class of the modal class, but of the succeeding class of modal class. That would be discussed later. Another one, F0. F0 is for the preceding. So that is the frequency of the preceding class of modal class. Then what is another one? That is I, small I. That is the class interval. So let's check what is happening here and with a problem or example. Suppose the problem has been given in that way. Class intervals. There are two columns. The first one is the class intervals. Second one, the frequency. First one, 30 to 40. 30 to 40, the frequency is equal to 4. Then 40 to 50, the frequency 6. Then 50 to 60, frequency 8. That means from 30 to 40, suppose some marks obtained by the students. There are 4 students who have obtained the marks that is between 30 and 40, 31, 32, 39, whatever, or 40. But already have discussed in the previous case that if 40 is here, then that must not be in that group or in that class. If the 40 is in that class, that must not be in the previous class. In any one class, you can write the 40, 50, that type of data. 60 to 70, that is 12. Then 70 to 80, the frequency is 9. 80 to 90, frequency 7. And 90 to 100, that is frequency 4. So in that case, we have to calculate the mode. Now we have to think about the maximum frequency. Look at the table. Which one has the most frequency? That one. That 12 is the most frequent, or most frequency is lying here. So we must call that class as the modal class. So that means whatever according to formula we are writing, that modal class, that is according to the maximum frequency. So we are considering that class as the modal class because it containing the most frequency. So 60 to 70 is the modal class. Then look at the formula once again. L1. L1 means the lower value of the modal class. So first of all, here in the case of that one, that class 60 to 70, that 60 is called the L1. That means the lower value. Okay, then we have to think about the frequency. The F1 means the frequency of the modal class. So which one is the frequency of the modal class? Already we have that one. So F1 is equal to 12, the frequency. Then F2, the frequency of the succeeding class of the modal class. Succeeding class. So that means that 9, that is the modal class. So after that, that is the succeeding class. So 9, its frequency is called the F2. Then another one, F0, the frequency of the preceding class of the model class. So that means which one? That is our preceding class. So which one is our F0? That is our F0. So already we have found F0, F1, F2, L1. Another one is there. That is called the I, small I. So small I, the class interval. Look at the class. Each and every time, each and every class has the same class interval. 40 to 30, 40 minus 30, that means 10. 50 minus 40, that is 10. 60 minus 50, that is 10. 70 minus 60, that is 10. So I is equal to 10. That one is called the class interval. For your ease, I am writing once again 40 minus 30 or 50 minus 40 or 100 minus 90, like that. Okay, so write down the formula once again and find out the value of the mode. So mode is equal to L1 plus F1 minus F0. Here F1 minus F0 plus F1 minus F2 into I. So the calculation is just like that. That is first one, L1, that is our 60, that one, plus F1 minus F0. F1 is equal to 12 and F0 is equal to 8. So 12 minus 8. Then once again 12 minus 8, F1 minus F0 plus F1, that is our 12. Then minus F2, that is our 9 into I, that is 10. So the calculation is looking like 60 plus, that is 4, 4 plus 3 into 10, or 60 plus 40 by 7. And that is near about 65.7. So that one is the mode. Now look at the result once again, that is 65.7. That means between 60 and 70. Now what was our modal class? That is 60 to 70. So the mode belongs to 60 to 70. That means 65.7. So in that way, we can find out the mode for the class intervals or the group data. That is we called as grouped data. Up to that, is that clear? If you have any query, you can ask.
No,
Okay.
sir, clear.
Okay. So next, proceeding to the same process, but in a different manner. Suppose in that case, whatever the frequencies we are writing here, that is according to some survey. Survey means, suppose you are responsible for some survey that you are giving the data. Suppose in a place where there is a place you are going and you are doing the survey according to the age. That means age 30 to 40, that belongs to 4 persons. 40 to 50 belongs 6 persons. Suppose in a mess, in a hotel, like that, you are doing the survey. 50 to 60, 8%. 60 to 70 ages, 12%. Now it may happen, not only you, there are several persons. Now another one is giving the data is like that. 4 from 30 to 40, 40 to 50, that is 6, 50 to 60, that is 11, 60 to 70, that is 12, 70 to 80, that is 11, 80 to 90, that is 7, that is 4. Suppose that one is also 9, no problem. Now look at the 50 to 60 and 60 to 70. These two data for these two classes have the same near about data. That means the frequency for that data is 12, for that class is 11. Now according to survey, if that is the real life, that is not according to the theory. In real life, it may happen that the results are going on and the survey is not right. So which one may be the modal class? As you think, according to the theory, that the 12 is the maximum frequency, hence 60 to 70 is the modal class. But I can say, but anyone can say, according to the real example, no, 11 is near about 12. So it may be possible that the survey is not right. So another example where that type of data or the frequency is near about same. So which should be the modal class and which should be according to the same thing. Okay, so next another problem, then we can find out. In that case, we have to proceed with the two things. Number one, we have to prepare for a group table, for a grouping table, and second one, we have to prepare for an analysis table. Let's check what is we are doing. Okay, so suppose the problem is now here. That is the size of item. Another one is the frequency. So size of item 10 to 20, that is 10. Then 20 to 30, that is 18. 30 to 40, that is 25. 40 to 50, that is 26. Look, 25, 26, near about same. 50 to 60, that is 17. And 60 to 70, that is 4. So all the other datas are far behind from 25 and 26. But these two datas, 25 and 26, nearly same. So in that case, we cannot consider as 26 is the maximum frequency for 40 to 50 as the modal class. No, we cannot consider. Theoretically, that is right. Theoretically, that is right. It has the maximum frequency, so 40 to 50 is the right. But real life example, that one is not true. It may happen which one is giving you the survey, or according to survey, the data is not right. So the modal or the mode would be a wrong calculation. So in that case, we have to prepare for the first one, that is the grouping table, then the analysis table. Let's check with the first one, that is grouping table. Let's, so first one, preparation of grouping table, and each and every one must look out here what we are doing. First one, table, or sorry, column, size of item. Second one, there is a column, we are calling it as 1. then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, then 6. So the first one size 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60, 60 to 70. Those are the size of item. Now we have to use some different color, for that would be better. Now write down the first one column as whatever the frequencies are. First one, whatever the frequencies are: 10, 18, 25, 26. 10, 18, 25, 26. Then 17, 4. 17, 4. So that is our first one column, representing with the number 1. Next one. Next one, we are proceeding with the second column. Which one is our second column? Now here, keep the 2 items from first, very first one. So that means 10 and 18. It gives us 28. We are writing with the second column. Then 25, 26. That is giving us 51. Then 17, 4. That gives us 21. That is our column 2. Okay. Next one. First one column, each and every frequency. Second one column, keep from the first one, from the first value, 2, 2, 2, 2 type. Okay. Third one column, in that case, leave the first one. That means we are not taking the 10. We are taking the 2 values. We are taking the 2 values, but with from the second one. That's why I am writing here 18, 25. That is 43. Then the next 2, that means 26, 17. So that one is our 43 once again. So once again, I am giving you that type of thing. When we have 1, 1, 1, 1. So first one column would be 2. Then the second one column, remove the very first one. Then the 2. As there is no option for the 2, so the last one would be deleted here. Okay. So when we are proceeding with the first one column, only single 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Then 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Then leave 1, the first one, and 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Then fourth one column. Now from here, we have to consider from the first, but at that moment 3. That means 10, 18, 25. Here the calculation is 60. The fourth one, 10, 18, 25, 53. Okay. Next one up to 25. So that must be the last 3. That means 26, 17, 4. And that one is 47. So here we are proceeding with the fifth one. Now leave the first one. So that means 10, but take the next three. So that means 18, 25, 26. That one gives us 69. Then already we have no other options because here 17, 4, but no third item. So we cannot proceed that one. So in the fifth column, only the very first one, leave the very first one, then 3. Then the sixth one, here leave the first 2. So that means 10, 18 would be removed and we should consider with the 25, 26, 17, and that is 68. So once again I am giving you that type of thing. The very first one, how many values were there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So in that way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the very first one, that is our column 1, that is our column 2, would be 2, 2, 2, 2. Third column, that must be leave the first one, then 2, 2. As the last one has no option, so we are removing it. Then the fourth column, 2, 1, that's why. So the fourth column would be the 3. That means 3. Here leave 1, then 2, then 2. That one no leave, but 2, 2. Then 3, then once again 3. We have the option here. Then the fifth column. Fifth column must be leave the first one, then 3. If we have no other option, leave it. Then sixth column, first one, second one, then 3. There is no option, so leave the last one. So up to that, we have created the grouping table, prepared the grouping table. Next, we are preparing the analysis table. So what is our analysis table? In the case of analysis table, we have the groups only. Okay. So the first one is called, the first column is the column number from the grouping table. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 6. I am writing in that way because we have to. Then the second one. That means the size of item 10 to 20. Then 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60, last one 60 to 70. So we are preparing the grouping table. Now look at the first column. In the first column, which one has the maximum frequency? As normal, in the first column, we have 26 as the maximum frequency, and that belongs to 40 to 50. So in the case of 1, that column number we are writing here 1, that is 1, just a value that is 1. Okay, now the next one, column number 2. In the column number 2, which one has the maximum value? We can check here that the maximum value is equal to 51. That is 51. And that 51 is coming from the two values, that is 25 and 26. That means it is coming from the two classes. The first one is the 30-40, another one is the 40-50. So we are writing here for 2, for 30-40 for 40-50 another one. Okay, once again I am saying for the first one column, which one has the maximum, that is 26. So that belongs to that class 40-50. So we are writing 1 here. In the case of column 2, the maximum is 51, and that is coming from the two classes 25-26 from the frequencies of the classes 30-40 and 40-50. So we are writing 1 here, another 1 here. Look at the column 3. Now column 3 has 43, 43. So that means there are both are same. So first 43 is coming from 18-25, 20-30, 30-40. So 20-30 for the third one, 20-30 there must be 1, and 25-30-40 there must be another 1. Another 43 is there, that means that is the maximum. 26-17, that means 40-50, 50-60. 40-50 there is 1, 50-60 there is another 1. That is for third column. Look at the fourth column now. Okay, in the fourth column 53 is the maximum. So in the case of maximum we are getting 10, 18, 25. That means 10-20, 20-30, 30-40. So for the column that must be 10-21, 20-30 another 1, 30-40 another 1. So that is case for the column 4. Column 5, already we have only one value, that is 69. So that is from frequencies 18, 25, 26. That means 20-30, 30-40, 40-50. So in the case of 5, 20-30, 30-40, 40-50. Last column, that is 6. So that is only one, 25, 26, 17. So that one, 25, 26, 17. Okay, 30-40. So another one is 30-40 here, 40-50 another one, and last one 50-60. That is how we are preparing the analysis table at that moment. Okay, now after creation of the analysis table or preparation of the analysis table, find out which one has the maximum frequency or maximum analysis. For 10 or 10-20, it has value only 1. For 20-30, 1, 2, 3. For 30-40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For 40-50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another 5. For 50-60, 1, 2. For 60-70, there is nothing. But once again, after preparation of the analysis table, that we have which one group would be our model class, which one class would be our model class has another confusion, because both after analysis table have the value 5. Once again, I am starting from the very first one. That means when the size of the items has been given 25, 26 are near about same frequency. In that case, if the frequencies are near about same, we cannot proceed with the modal class. So we have to create the grouping table at first, then we have to find out the analysis table at first. If the analysis table gives us the maximum value, that should be taken. In that case, we cannot consider 26 as the maximum frequency. So 40, 50 must not be the modal class. So we are preparing the grouping table. After grouping table, we are preparing the analysis table. And in that case, what happens? Once again, we don't have 30, 40 or 40, 50. Which one is our modal class cannot we consider, because both are giving 5, 5. Now, in that case, if anyone has 6, another one is 5, then we can consider that one as the modal class. Suppose for 40, 50, it is 6. And for 30, 40, it is 5. Then we must consider 40, 50 as the modal class. But here, that is not possible. So, in that type of case, what we should do? We have to consider the next formula. That one is very important, is called mode is equal to 3 median minus 2 mean. That means when we cannot find out the mode in that way, first one, same type of frequency, so the modal class cannot be found, then that means we are writing here more than 2 frequencies same. So modal class cannot be found. So here, first one, we have to proceed with the grouping table. Then we have to find out the analysis table. If analysis table gives the maximum analysis, consider that class as modal. But if more than 2 classes or more than one, practically more than one class has same analysis value, that is the case here, we have to consider mode is equal to 3 median minus 2 mean. That means here we have to find out the median and mean also. That would be better. We have to find out, and we have another practice of finding median and mean also. So the value here we have for the median, how many number of size of n plus 1 by 2th term or item. So here we are getting how many values? Look at the table. 10 plus 18 plus 25 plus 26 plus 17 plus 4. That means here we are getting 101 value. Okay, look, 28 plus 25, that means 53, that means 26. So 53 plus 17, that one will be better. 53 plus 17, that is 70, and 26 plus 4, that is 30. So that is 101. Why 100? One second, I am wrong. That is 28 plus 25, that is 53. Then 53 plus 17 and 30. So that must be 101 or 100. Is there anything wrong with my calculation? Do anyone? 28 plus 25, 40 plus 53, then 17, that means 70, then 30, 101. Okay, no, that is 70 plus 30, 100. So maybe my data is wrong here anywhere. No, that is 100. Okay, ठीक that's right. That is 100. Okay, so we are proceeding with the median now. So that's good. Size of, so that means size of 100 plus 1 by 12th term. So that means 101 by 12th term, that means 50.5 term. Okay, so once again we have to write down the table. So that is size of item, that is we are finding the median, then the frequency, then the cumulative frequency. 10, 20, 20, 30. Yes, the problem is lengthy because we cannot find out in that way. So you have to find out the median and mean also. 30, 40, 40, 50, 50, 60, and finally the 60, 70. Frequency was 10, 18, 25, 26, 17, then 4. Okay, so the cumulative frequency, first one 10, second one 28, third one 53, fourth one 79, 50 to 60, that is 96, then 100. So look at the item, that is 50.5 item. So that belongs to that position because that is 50. So that belongs to 28 to 53. So which one would be our median class? That is 30 to 40 would be our median class. So once again, the formula to find out the median. That means M is equal to L1 plus L2 minus L1 by F into small m minus c. That means write down the first one, L1 means that is 30, the lower value, plus L2 minus L1, that means 40 minus 30 upon F. F means here the value is 25, then into 50 minus, no, that is 50.5. So that is 50.5 minus C. C was 28 because that one our previous one, that C means. Okay, so after calculation, we are getting that one as 30 plus 9, or that is 39 near about. So our median is 39. So in that case, mode is equal to 3 median minus 2 mean. So already we have found out the median, but once again we have to find out the mean. So how? We are using, suppose, step deviation method. The last one, step deviation method. So once again, the formulas, class interval or the size of items. Then the second one is the frequency f, then the midpoints, then the small d, then the d dash. D dash should be based on the class intervals, and finally the f of d dash. So write down once again 10 20, 20 30, 30 40, 40 50, 50 60, 60 70. Okay, so the frequency was 10, 18, 25, 26, 17, 4. That means total 100. So what are the midpoints? Already between 10 to 20, the midpoint is 15, 20 to 30, that is 25, 35, 45, 55, 65. Suppose the middle point we are taking, that means assumed mean, we have taken 35. That means that one is our A. So A is equal to, assume mean is equal to 35. Then find out the D. D means we have the subtracted form from the assume mean. So 15 minus 35. Once again, I am writing 15 minus 35, that is minus 20. That is minus 10. That one 0. Then 10, 20, 30. Which one is our D dash now? D dash means D by 10, as our class intervals are 10. That means small I. So we can write it as small I. So minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. So f d dash. F d dash means multiply f with that one. So minus 20, minus 18, 0, 26, 34, final one, 12. And that one f d dash is equal to, we are getting after calculation, total 34. Okay, so write down the formula once again. For the mean, we have assume mean plus summation of f d dash upon n into I. So A is equal to 35, we have chosen. Then summation of f d dash, that is 34. Total number of items n is equal to 100 into I, that is 10. And that is giving us 38.4. So which one is our mode? Finally, yet now. So mode is equal to 3 median minus 2 mean. That means 3 into, already we have found out the median as 39. So that is our 39 minus 2 into 38.4. So after calculation, we are getting 117 minus 76.8. And the result gives us, after whatever be the subtracted form is. So once again, from the very first one, when we have any ungrouped data or ungrouped series, whichever have the maximum frequency, just write down that item as the mode. For the group data, which one has the maximum frequency, consider that one class as the modal class, then follow with the formula. But in real life example, the data may be near about same, the frequency of the data. So in that case, what happens? Now we have to consider the or prepare the grouping table at first, then the analysis table. If the analysis table gives us the maximum analysis value, then consider that one class as the modal class. Otherwise, if it has both same, more than one, so we cannot consider the modal class directly. So we have to find out the mode in the form of 3 median minus 2 mean. And here we have to find out the median at first. You can consider that one using group value, and mean. Here we have used the step deviation. You can use the shortcut method or the direct method, any one. But after that, finding the median and mean, you can find out the value of mode. So that type of mode is, yeah, calculative and lengthy. No way to find out. Okay, just 3 lines more. When the distribution, when distribution is symmetrical, in that case we have mean is equal to median is equal to mode. Second one, when distribution is skewed to right, then mean is greater than median is greater than mode. In the case of that one, looking like that one is the bell shape and that one is giving us mean, median, mode. That means when the distribution is symmetrical. In the case of distribution is skewed to right, it is looking like that one type. That means skewed to right. In that case, what happens now? Mean is coming at first, then median, then we have the mode. And the final one, when distribution is skewed to left. So in that case, that should be mode is greater than median is greater than mean. Just according to diagram, it looks like that one. That means, so the first one is the mode, second one is the median, and third one is the mean. So that is mode, that one is the median, final one is the mean. So distribution skewed to left, mode, median, mean, skewed to right, mean, median, mode, and distribution symmetrical, mean is equal to median is equal to mode.